Ethan Caldwell thought he ruled his high-end restaurant, using his power to degrade and mistreat those he deemed unworthy, especially a black woman seeking a chef position. With arrogance, he dismissed her skills, mocked her appearance, and crossed the line. But what he didn't know, she wasn't just any applicant. She owned the entire restaurant chain. His Barcelona pulsed with energy on the evening of March 17, 2025. Its streets alive with the chatter of tourists and the strum of buskers along La Rambla. Tucked into a side alley off the bustling thoroughfare stood Caldwell's Cocina, a chic restaurant with exposed brick walls and a menu that fused Catalan classics with bold innovation. Its owner, Ethan Caldwell, 42, ruled the space like a petty tyrant, tall, broad-shouldered, with a perpetual smirk beneath his salt and pepper stubble. His culinary flair had earned accolades, but his reputation was a double-edged sword. Brilliance marred by arrogance, greed, and a prejudice he wore like a second skin. Ethan's biases weren't overt shouts. They were quiet cuts, etched into his hiring quirks and casual disdain. His staff skewed young, white, and male, a mirror of his vision for upscale dining. Women faced leering stares and accidental brushes. Minorities got curt rejections masked as fit. He'd built a small empire on this hill, and the clink of euros drowned out the grumbles of those he'd wronged. That night, as the dinner rush swelled, a woman stepped through the heavy oak doors. Maya Sinclair, 35, carried herself with quiet steel, dark skin, a tailored gray coat, her braids swept into a sleek ponytail. She'd called ahead about a sous chef opening, her resume boasting stints at top kitchens in Paris, Lisbon, and New York. Ethan, wiping his hands on a pristine apron, spotted her from the pass and sauntered over, his gaze already narrowing. "You're here for the job?" he asked, voice thick with doubt. He didn't wait, snatching her CV from her outstretched hand. Maya Sinclair. Cute name. He skimmed it, then flicked it onto the bar with a snort. Paris? Probably a dishwasher gig. You don't belong here. Kitchen's no place for... He grinned, leaning closer. Well, you catch my drift. Maya's eyes flashed, but her tone stayed cool. I've got the chops. Give me a shot. Ethan stepped in, too close, his hand grazing her arm. A deliberate overstep. Chops? Sweetheart, you'd look better pouring sangria in some tourist trap. This is my stage. Run along. The staff tensed, a ripple of unease spreading. Maya's jaw tightened, but she held his stare. That's your final word? Damn straight, he said, brushing her shoulder again, a taunt wrapped in a smirk. Beat it. Humiliated but unshaken, Maya nodded and turned away. Ethan chuckled, swaggering back to his station, oblivious to her pause outside, phone pressed to her ear, or the way the hostess's eyes widened at her murmured words. He plated a paella with theatrical flair, basking in his little kingdom, until his phone buzzed an hour later. A text from Sinclair Holdings, the conglomerate that owned his Cocina. Emergency meeting. Office. Now. Cursing under his breath, he assumed a supply hiccup and stormed to the cluttered back room. There, Maya sat behind his desk, flanked by a stern lawyer in a pinstripe suit and a board member with a tablet glowing in hand. Security footage played. His sneers, his touches, his dismissal all caught in stark clarity. Ethan's stomach plummeted. What the hell is this? Maya's voice was a blade. Ethan Caldwell, I'm Maya Sinclair, CEO of Sinclair Holdings. I own this joint, and every spot in our chain. I came tonight to see how you run my investment. You bombed. Hard. His knees buckled. Sinclair Holdings had bought his Cocina 4 years back, folding it into their global portfolio. He'd stayed on as the face, never meeting the CEO, picturing some silver-haired mogul, not her. "This is a setup," he stammered. "You can't prove anything." "No setup," she said, tapping the tablet. "You proved it yourself. Harassment, discrimination. Your contract's dust. You're fired." The lawyer slid a termination notice across the desk. "Effective now. Pack up." Ethan's world shattered. "You can't do this. This is my life. My name on the damn sign." "Your name," Maya corrected. "Our money, and your stench is a liability. Get out." He clenched his fists, rage surging, then faltering. As the suits moved to escort him, Maya raised a hand. "Wait, I've got an option." He glared, breathless. "What?" "You're a creep, Ethan, but I've seen creeps turn around. 6 months, counseling, diversity training, community service. Prove you're not a lost cause, and maybe you'll cook again. Walk away, and you're blacklisted, finished in this game. Choose." His pride roared to bolt, but blacklisted was a death sentence. No kitchen in Europe would touch him. Swallowing bile, he muttered, "Fine." The next months were a crucible. The program, held in the gritty Barcelona neighborhood near El Raval, stripped him raw. Facilitators, refugees, ex-addicts, single moms, laid bare his poison. The snubs, the gropes, the biases he'd cloaked as class. A Moroccan chef tore into him. "You think I'm less because I'm brown? I'd outslice you blindfolded." Ethan snapped back once, then shut up, the sting sinking deep. He scrubbed pots at a women's shelter, hearing tales of men like him, predators in aprons. His hands blistered. His ego bled. Meanwhile, Maya took over the cocina, her dishes, spicy gambas, bold fideuà, packing the house. Ethan, jobless, lurked at the edges, watching her brilliance shred his assumptions. She moved with a chef's grace and a leader's steel, her crew thriving under her. One night, he knocked on her office door, cap in hand. "I was a bastard," he said, voice rough. "To you, to them. I'm not fixed, but I'm seeing it now." Maya leaned back, assessing. "Why are you here?" "To apologize. And learn. You're the real deal." She nodded, a crack in her armor. "Sit. Taste this." She slid him a plate. Arroz negro, inky and rich. He ate, humbled, and they talked, haltingly, then freely. Weeks turned to months. He shadowed her, soaking up her craft, her grit. She taught him knife skills he'd forgotten, and he listened, really listened, for the first time. Trust grew, fragile but real. 6 months later, Ethan opened a modest eatery in Gracia. Simple, honest, no frills. He hired a diverse crew, Catalan, Nigerian, Peruvian, listening more, barking less. Maya visited, sampling his patatas bravas. "Not bad," she said, a rare grin. "You're getting there." "Still a long road," he admitted. "Thanks for not letting me rot." "You didn't let yourself," she replied. "That's what counts." They walked La Rambla at dusk, the city's pulse around them. Ethan wasn't whole, not yet, just a man mid-journey, his old venom fading but present. Maya, his unlikely guide, stayed a step ahead, their bond a quiet testament to grit over hate. One evening, he joined her at a community kitchen, teaching teens, some like her, some like him, to cook. A kid asked, "Why'd you change?" Ethan glanced at Maya, then said, "Someone showed me I could." The future stretched wide, uncertain but not empty. Racism's shadow lingered, a global hum, but here, in Barcelona's glow, Two souls forged a start. Tentative, hopeful, a path winding into the night.